Well, today's September 1st, 2023. It's about 8:30 a.m. and I'm headed down there to that gate. I'm going to test my gate. I'm going to got my ATV. I'm going to see if I can go through there, and I'm going to drive down along the outside of the south fence, and I'm going to be clearing away all the fallen branches or whatever's in the way that might cause trouble for a lawnmower. I'll cut the overhead branches that are hanging down too low and just clean it up a little bit so I can get a lawnmower through there. Anyway, I'm going to go through that gate, close it, block it, or chain it, and then I'm going to drive down all the way to the other end, clean up everything on the outside with the fence, and then when I come out on the other, I'm going to come back in the pasture on the other gate down there. Okay, so let's get started. Well, it looks like I would have plenty of room. The only problem is the turn. I have to see how hard it is to turn with this thing. This thing, now the lawnmower turns real short. I mean, it turns on a dime, I guess they call it. Zero turn, I don't know what they call it. Anyway, you can turn real short with it. Real tight, a real tight turn. But this one takes a long, wide turn. So I'm gonna have to come all the way over to this side. Of course, once the gate's open, the gate don't open that far. I don't think it opens all the way, but I'll see. I turned the fence off just to make sure I don't get shocked. I'm gonna give it a try. I know there's a little hill over there. It goes uphill from this ditch, because the water drains through here. That's one reason I wanted to move this post from about where that stick is. The stick in that wire, that's about where the old T-post used to be, right in the middle of the ditch. I think the ditch formed after I put the T-post in. Anyway, I moved it up. And like I said, it looked like the hill goes up a little bit. Not a whole lot. But then it levels off when you go out that way. Okay, let's back it up, open the gate, and see what I can do. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come across to as far as I can to this side so I can make that turn. As open as far as open I can get it, because I guess my hinges are too far to one side on the other side, so or they're too close to the post. They're screwed in too tight, too far in, and there's not enough gap between the post and the gate over by the post. So that's as far as open as I can get it. But I think I can make that. If in the future, if I have to, I can take the gate off, unscrew the hinges a little bit farther, and then I'll be able to open this farther. I might do that later today. Let's see how this works first. I'll have to watch my head, because the board is about eye level, a little lower than eye level, more like my chin, maybe. But I can bend down. And go through, so there's no problem. There's still enough space. I can bend down between my handlebars. Yeah, I can get through. But it's a turn that I'm concerned about going through there. So we'll see. I got through the gate. I got plenty of room there. But like I said, the hill starts to go up here. See? As I go higher. Yeah, it's not that high. But I'm still above my four-wheeler right there. Right there is where it goes up. But I can make it with the four-wheeler. That's no problem. I got four-wheel drive, so I can kick it in if I have to. And I can make that turn. And it's clear here. I just have to get going up the hill there. But we'll see. We'll get it going. As you can see, I I still got plenty of room to turn. I just have to go up that hill there. Have to go up that hill and then over to the left. But I can make it, no problem. Lawnmower is another story. I'll find that out later. But I think I'll make that too, as long as I don't get in the bind. Okay, let's continue. See what I mean about the hill? Goes up a little bit anyway. But I made it. It'll be easier now. Yeah, I can make that. Now on the lawnmower, it's turned short, so I can, if I get wide on the other side, get all the way as close as I can to that post and swing it around real tight. I should be able to make it, or even come close to this post and make my turn as close as I can to this post. Yeah, just like I'm going around a tree. It'd be just like I'm going around a tree, and then I'll stay in more level ground. Anyway, I'll make it with the four-wheeler. Okay, let's really let's go down the fence now and see what I can find on the ground. I brought my little pitchfork to help me. Instead of me bending over and picking up stuff, I'll just use that to throw everything out of the way. I guess I can close the gate now. I think I'm far enough through before I forget to close the gate. Well, I'm out of the ditch now. But I'm still up on the little hill here. I need to swing back down closer to the fence. But that's okay. It's workable with the ATV anyway. So now I can drive down along the outside of the fence. I'll be knocking some of the weeds down, but my main goal is to get I ain't worried about the weeds as much as I am the big sticks. Sticks from branches. Yeah, that's what I need to pick up. Anything that will be trouble for the lawnmower. Okay, on with the drive. And as I drive, I'll be cutting these branches that are hanging too. Besides the ones that are on the ground, I'm going to be cutting the ones, especially that one. Look at that. That's a sticker. That's a sticker vine. That's some kind of a vine that grows up into the trees. But the stem down on the bottom, it's got all, everywhere I guess. It's got these little stickers, little thorns. I don't know what they are, but I don't like them. But I'll cut it. I didn't bring my leather gloves. Oh yes, I do. I have a pair somewhere. Here's a little hanging tree branch I got to cut. I'm going to cut the one above it too. There's got berries up there. What is that? What is that berry? There's some berries. I'll check those berries out. Oh, I think those are the berries of that thorny vine. Yeah, the vine with the thorns. I think those are its berries. There's some over there too. I have to be careful I don't get stuck with the thorns. Okay, but I'm going to cut that branch down there and that branch up there. Okay. I was right. This thorny vine thing, those are its berries. It's tangled in with all these leaves on this branch that I cut. Yeah. So I'm going to have to be careful. Thorny vines everywhere. Now I hit my first fallen branch or tree or whatever it is, dead limb on the ground. I'm gonna go back and cut that one up there, because eventually it'll sag down. It was a mess through there with all them viney. But I think I'm gonna leave this honeysuckle as long as I can. As long as I can have a path to mow, I'm satisfied. But I'm gonna get the overhand. Oh, there's a lot of branches in there I had to cut, and the thorny vines, so many. So I'm gonna go back and maybe I can grab them from the ground instead of backing up. Okay, I'm gonna go get those, and I'll move this to. Okay. Well, I got somewhere. It's a little clearer. I'm gonna walk back to trim them branches. As I found my pitchfork laying on the ground right here. It must have fell off. I had it on the other side. I guess it fell off when I was dealing with all those viney stuff. Okay. It doesn't look too bad up ahead. A couple of low branches, but not like what I had. There, that looks a little better. There might be one more branch way back there. I'll get that later. It's not in the way of anything. It's just okay. Let's move forward now. Through here. Looks fairly clear, except for a couple low branches. I don't see too many viney stuff. Okay, we'll see where we go. Far so good. I'm gonna move that big log. It's mostly rotten. Yeah, it's been there a long time. Yeah, you can see where. That's why I put that yellow cap on that. You can see where the fence turns there. It turns here, and then goes to there. I think I got another yellow cap way down there where it turns again and goes to the left to go around those trees. But I gotta cut that branches off too. And a few more through there. Alright, it ain't too bad. It's just mostly branches. I'd rather have just branches than them viney things. I don't like them viney things. It's still a jungle. There's a lot of land here I could have used. I think I should walk in there. I haven't been in here in, I don't know, it's been so long. Probably since I put the fence up. Let me walk in. I want to see what's here. It's a jungle. It's a jungle, all right. I could have put the cows in here. Maybe I will someday. Who knows? I got a gate. I got a gate now. Okay, here's the creek that I had dug out. I don't know. I guess where it starts to come out that way, because I wanted to avoid. The original stream was on the other side, way out in the middle of that field there. Oh, there's the cattle. Cattle came down. Those are some big sycamores. That's one reason I didn't push them out. I could have, but it would cost too much. There's some more big trees over here. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know. Walnut? Surely. Is that a walnut? I think it's a walnut. But anyway, the trees are too thick through here. The ones that down near the creek over there, the old stream, it was cutting through the field. I had the stream re-channel from way back there, and then I had a channel that goes my boundary. My boundary is no, it's just on the other side of the stream. Yeah, I made sure that the creek was here. That tree was probably original. Yeah, I didn't realize this thing was so clean. I have to come down there and inspect it. When I was younger, I would walk up and down the streams, and I would find lots of arrowheads in the stream because they would wash out of the banks and stay in the stream. Probably way down there on my neighbor's property when I was young, or after I bought this land, I was exploring. I kept following the stream upstream, and I found a nice arrow. I think it was a spearhead. I still got that somewhere. But anyway, I just wanted to show you what I gave up. I could, in the future, I could use that gate. I could let them come in. I'll have to put a fence up along the edge of the stream here, But I'll just put a 2-strand. I won't put barbed wire up. Just this way they could have some place to lay down in the shade, and they could clean it up. I'll have to take a look at the other end and see how it looks. But anyway, that's what I got. Look how far I had to walk. Okay, let's go back. Yeah, there's the cattle. But the old stream, I guess where this line of trees takes a turn to the left. Somewhere around there, the stream came out. The original stream is all along the edge of those trees, farther down. It's all out to the right, and then it had turned and come down through there. Come down through there. There's still a low spot right in through there. Collects water when I mow grass. When I mow it, or the weeds, I could still tell the low spot, because what he did was he pushed all the trees out around on both sides of the stream, the old stream, and he just piled all the trees into that branch, and then or into the old stream, and then he whatever dirt he's sticking out of whatever dirt soil he was digging out of there, he dug that out with a caterpillar, and came out and then dumped all that soil on top of those roots or logs, these old trees. So there's old trees buried in there somewhere. But this was a lot better than it used to be. This used to be a jungle. The rest of it was okay. I think it was farmed at one time, but not where the stream was. So I could have pushed all these out too, but they're just too big to deal with. So I let it go. But now I'm thinking about reusing it. If nothing else, the cattle can clean it up. I'll see how far it is. When I get down to that turn, I'm going to walk back in and see what the stream looks like. Well, so far so good. I got off my ATV and cut a lot of branches by hand because I'm just tired of starting it up, pulling it up, cutting, pulling it up, cutting. So I just decided to get off and walk. And I thought those sticker vines were hard, but worse than sticker weeds or sticker vines to cut are these cedars. Oh, they're itchy. I got a couple more to cut there, just to get them out of the way. And then I got to cut those. Those may not quite be so bad because I can cut the branches without touching the needles. And something to show you. When I walked into the stream or the creek, I was way back there. I don't know, about where that yellow cap is on that post there, where the fence took the turn. I walked in there somewhere, I think. I'm not, somewhere back there. But then I got up to here, and I saw, hey, by this big sycamore, double trunk sycamore, there was a partial clearing to the creek. So I said, oh, I'll just clean that up, because most of it, because of these cedar trees growing here. See these cedar trees? There's one here, one there, one back there. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's some on the other side too. 6, right? There's 6 there. 6. 6. I think there's 7 altogether. 7 cedar trees. So that kept it shady here. So not as much stuff growing. And this big tree kept it clear too. But anyway, I decided to clear it. So now I can walk all the way easily. I don't have to walk through the jungle. It was partially cleared. I just had to cut a few branches out. Yeah, I was just down from the other side. Remember on the other one, I was over there in that clearing where that sun's shining. Yeah, that's where I was. I passed that tree that's leaning. Yeah, I was standing there because I could see that big tree. Now I'm over here. Yeah, I see where the creek gets narrower. Yeah, where it gets narrow, I think that's where the stream was cutting out. Yeah, because when he dug it with his bulldozer, he made it wider than it was. Yeah, and it just stayed that way. As far as I know, it did. Okay, that's enough about this creek. This creek is still on my property. The boundary's on the other side somewhere. Somewhere, not too far. And then the land. Okay, the creek takes a little turn to the right there and meets up with the big stream, and then follows the bottom of that hill. And that hill goes up way up to there. See those big tall trees? They're on top of that hill. Yeah, way up there. They're on the very highest trees, way over there. They're on top of that hill somewhere. So, ouch, my arm hurts. So that's what I got. But I can still try to fence this in someday. Put a you know, like maybe a single wire, smooth wire in here, just so they know it's there. Because I don't think they'll. Cows don't want to go down too steep of a hill like this. So I'll put a single wire there. That'll keep them from going over it. They won't jump because there's a creek on the other side. A big drop off, I mean. Okay. Well, that makes it easier for me finding that. Okay. Where'd all the cattle go? Huh. Don't tell me they're in the water already. Okay, one more thing to show you. Probably can't see them too good, but there's a pile of bones here. Cattle bones. There's a shoulder blade. I guess I must have knocked it up when I drove over it. This is where I drive my truck. But if I remember right, a cow had died somewhere out there where those weeds are. Right about that. She died giving childbirth. Actually, she didn't give birth. I guess there was a breech birth and she was dead before I got here. So she tried to have a calf, but she didn't make it. So I think she was I'm not sure which one. I think she was the 3/4 Piedmontese. She had a 3/4 Piedmontese. I don't know why, but they always they had a problem having calves. There's a couple times where the calf got halfway out and I had to pull it out the rest of the way. They just got that's that double muscling on the Piedmontese. I don't really like the Piedmontese that much, but I bought one anyway just to see what they would do. But I got a good calf out of her. The an old mama cow, the mother of my favorite cow that I got now. So she was half Highland and half Piedmontese. So when I crossed the Piedmontese with the Highland, they did okay because Highland calves throw small calves. But when I bred them to the Italian whites, they didn't like it. Or the Romanola, or the Marchigiana, oh, they didn't like those. Too big. Anyway, I'm going to take all these bones, pick them up. Maybe I can use my pitchfork. And, because there's a lot of them. You can't see them in the weeds, it's too good. But they're in here. Yeah, they're in here. Yeah. I just threw them here to get them out of the weed because I thought I was going to mow there. And I just threw them over the fence or under the fence. But I'm going to throw them up here, up against that tree, to get them out of my way for good. Okay, I'm glad I made this clearing here. Now when I want to go to the creek, I can walk through here. That's nice now. Okay, I gotta clean the bones up and then move the bones, and then I gotta start cutting again over through there. After this cedar tree, it looks like it's not too bad, but then I got another cedar tree around the corner. Okay, let's keep going. Well, I piled all the bones up with my pitchfork. I think I got them all. I'll check again. Now all I gotta do is throw them up there through the tree. Yeah, get them out of my way. Yeah. Luckily it was Well, I wouldn't say luckily because the cow died, but for me, I'm glad it's close to this tree where I can throw it someplace where it won't bother me again. Okay, let's just start throwing. Guess I have to bend over anyway. I just wanted to record the bones next to my path to the creek and a big tree, big sycamore tree. Oh boy, them are big. I'm glad I didn't have to dig them, or the bulldozer didn't have to dig them out. It would have been impossible. Because I had one dug out before, a smaller one than that, and it had a big, big root ball on it. Okay, I'm gonna start pitching. What did I just say? I'm gonna start pitching bones. Pitching bones. All that's left are the ribs and the jaw bones. I got everything else thrown up there. I did a pretty good job of throwing. It's like throwing horseshoes. Anyway, I can pick them ribs up in one swoop and carry them over. I might be able to pick the jaws up too. Okay, let's get this done. What did I just say? I'm gonna start pitching bones. Pitching bones. All that's left are the ribs and the jaw bones. I got everything else thrown up there. I did a pretty good job of throwing. It's like throwing horseshoes. Anyway, I can pick them ribs up in one swoop and carry them over. I might be able to pick the jaws up too. Okay, let's get this done. Okay, all the bones are moved. And I gotta get going on this job. I got a lot to do yet. Oh, not even halfway. I think halfway is around that point on the left where the fence goes to the left and turns back straight again. Oh, well, let's get cutting. Oh, I got a big log to move here. And then I came through here. And this weeds that are growing, I gotta be careful. Especially the ones that are on because I got shoes on today. I got shoes on today, but I got shorts on. So anything above my socks and below my knee. I don't know if you can see it right there. That's a stinging nettle. Oh, and that hurts. And now I know why they call it stinging nettle. Yeah, I don't know what's stinging me. They must have little thorns on them or something. But now all you know is that when you hit your leg, hits your skin, oh, it stings. So something's on there, something on it stings. Oh, I know what it is. It's the leaves. Yeah, it's the tip of the leaves. It's the leaves that have the needles. I think so. Oh, the stem too. Yeah, I don't know if you can see what I'm seeing. Let's see on the tip there, tip of that leaf. Yeah, you can see a little. But I think there's other barbs on there too somewhere else. But I started walking through here. I said, what's going on? I thought it was something bug biting me. Anyway, I gotta. Over here, it's a lot taller. See, look at that. See, taller here. So I gotta step on it before I walk through it. Like that. Oh, that's a good one there. Look at that one. See, I gotta go like that before I walk through. I don't want nothing. Yeah, these here, see? I gotta knock them down first before I go through them. Oh, they're stinging. Should have worn long pants if I'd known these. Oh, look at these monsters. They're almost waist high. I think it clears up after this. Yeah. I'm just gonna knock these down. I got a few limbs to cut here, and then I'll go get my four-wheeler. Yeah. Let me stomp these down first before I go any further. Well, I got through with the worst of the nettle. There's still some tall ones over there on the other side of that log. I don't know how I'm going to cut. I don't know how I'm going to move that. That's a big log. Maybe, hopefully it's rotten enough I can bust it up. Oh well. I think it's a, I'm not sure, but I think it's off of this sycamore here. Yeah, that's what I think. This is a different sycamore. It's got the main trunk, but then it's got 3 younger sprouts off to the side. I wonder if yeah, I think the main trunk died. The main tree died, and then these sprouts came out of afterwards, out of the root. Okay, so I need to cut those. What is that? Hey, I just found me another cane. I like to make canes. I made one when I was in high school and I broke my leg out of red bud. Still got it. That was back in the early 70s. Yeah, I remember that. I remember walking out behind my dad's barn in the branch on my crutches with a cast on, and I found that red bud with that. It looked just similar to that, but not quite as good. That's even a better one. See that little notch that comes out and it goes up? I can cut it off right there, and yeah, I'm going to cut that right now. That'll make a nice red bud cane. I'll carve it down. I'll carve it down to get to the red heartwood. Anyway, that's neat. I like red bud. I like it when they bloom in the spring, purple flowers. I like the wood. I'll leave the rest. I'll cut it off on top, but it'll sprout back, I think. It'll sprout back. Grow another cane maybe. Anyway, I gotta cut that branches off, and then I gotta try to move this big log, at least enough to get the lawnmower through. Let's see what I can do with that. That's how far I've come. I can still see the gate. That's not very far, is it? Yeah, I didn't get very far compared to the rest of it. But I'll do a little bit of time. If I can't get it all done today, there's always tomorrow. Looks like my best and only course of action is to cut this log right here. Hopefully it's rotten enough where it'll drop. That's really broke. Yeah, I cut it down there. It looks like it's rotten. Half rotten anyway. I already cut that one out. That's a little sycamore. I cut that one out because it was blocking that other one that broke off. But I'm going to cut it there, and maybe I can bend it over this way. You know, I noticed I'm not too far from the creek now. See, the creek is getting closer. As we go further that way, the creek is getting closer. I don't feel like walking in there, but I guess I will. Oh, sticker, rose bush. Ouch. Hooking my hat and everything else. Hooking me. Ah! I won't go that way again. Dang it. Let's see what we got over here. I'm gonna fall down. Oh yeah. Yeah. Nice little stream there. Like I said, the boundary's right on my, the creek follows my, my boundary. Oh, looks like there's a big stream there. Or a big, I remember when I built this pond, there used to be a road coming up from the top there's a big field up on top of the hill there, neighbor's field, way up there. And there's a little, I don't know where it was though. It was either over there or over here. But it comes down from the other field and comes down into the field that, on the other end they got corn planted. I'll have to take a look. Anyway. Let me get out of here. So many sticker weeds. think they're multi-flower rose. That's where I was before. Over there by that big tree. I'm taking a different way out of here. Less sticker weeds. Yeah, that's where I was. Oh! Before, and there's that hook in my socks, everything. No, that's the other, that's the big tree where the bones are, cattle bones are. Here's the one I just passed. I think I can get out of here. Oh, man, what a mess. Cows will clean this up in no time. That's what they're good for, cleaning stuff up. So, let me cut that right there. And them sticker, them multi-flower roses. And they're dead too. And they're even worse when they're dead because they break off easy into my skin and they itch. Okay, let me start cutting. I just wanted to get a wider view where the log is, and just wanted to show you something. This is that red bud that I want to cut right below there. For I want to make a cane, walking cane, and I'm gonna cut it off there. But these two branches were already dead. But if I would have got here when they were alive, I could. There was a vine wrapped around that one, and I could have made a nice walking stick out of it if it wasn't too dead. It's too rotten now. It sure would have looked nice for a walking stick. I'm always looking for those. Hard to find them because once the tree gets strangled like that, it usually dies pretty quick. And when they're tangled up like that, I can't see them anyway because they're full of the vine. Well, it wasn't too hard cutting through that. Most of it was rotten. And I got it. I had to get on top of it and jump on it, but it came loose. Okay, now I can take this end here and hopefully ain't too heavy and swing it across this area. That'll work. Let me cut them off first. Time for a break. Yeah, when I get to that point up there, it goes left on the left side there, where it goes left, and there's on the point there. That's probably halfway. It doesn't look too bad from here. It's just a few small branches. Okay, let's move this big one. I trimmed up that area that I'm going to cut off. I'm going to cut it off down a little lower. Too thick to cut up here. So I'll cut it down here somewhere, and then I'll cut that when I get home. Or I'll let it dry first maybe, so they don't crack or check too much. And I'll probably cut it off I'll cut those branches off at the Y or V. Okay, I wanted to show you something. If I can get up. Standing on that log. See, I cut the other one off. See that red? That'll turn a dark red as it dries. Yeah, I like that. Look at that. Yeah, that's what this is going to look like when I cut it off. Okay, let me cut that down. All those branches were on that big tree. I carried it in there. All these branches that were hanging over this log, except for these few here, they were on that big branch that was on the back side. This is about the same size as that one. Anyway, I'm going to cut that off, and then I'm going to drag that log around out of the way. Well, that log was too heavy for me to move, so I had an old rope. I mean old rope. Look how frayed it is. I don't know if it's going to hold. But if that'll work, I got some electric fence wire. That'll hold, but I don't want to use that yet. But I'm going to try this, see if it breaks, it breaks. I'll use the wire. I just need to drag it. Maybe if I get it unstuck from there. I think it's stuck over there too. See that branch? I could have cut that off. Maybe I'll cut that off before I drag it. Make it easier. The rope broke just as I thought. I'm going to use wire now. There, let's see. Tied with wire, let's see if that'll pull it. Okay. I got to tie it to the bumper. Should be strong enough. Well, I got it with the wire and the four-wheeler. Okay. Clear path again. I should not getting very far, very fast. Well, maybe it'll go faster. Hope there's no more big ones like that. The little stuff hanging over, I can handle. Looks like there's a branch there I need to cut off right behind the four-wheeler. Let me get that before I leave. Then going down this trail. I'm cutting a new trail. Oh, there's nice purple flowers. Yeah, they're just mostly branches. Hope there aren't too many limbs on the ground too. You know, I haven't really. Oh, there's a big log. I don't think it's in my way, but I'm gonna leave it for now. I'll cut the little stuff. It's above my head, so I'm gonna let it go. Yeah, I'm gonna cut that one because it'll just sag down later on. Come a little farther. There's that log that sticks out, but I'm going to leave it because I'm just going to leave it. Maybe take care of it later. But it's not in the way of anything. And I found another path to the creek. Cleaned it up a little bit. It was already open. This is where the water, when this creek overflows, this is where it flows out. I can tell. There's a little ditch here. And when it overflows, this could be where the old, well, I'm not sure where the old creek was anymore. But anyway, it flows out about right. It's about right in the right place. Yeah. Somewhere through here. It went out that way. Anyway, creek's real close now. I can walk right to it. Like I said, I don't know where the old creek ended and the dug creek started, but no, it's been like, that was like late 80s. Yeah, because we were already, yeah, I was already planting stuff here in the 90s. So yeah, so it was in the late 80s, right after we bought it, somewhere in the middle of it. I can't remember exactly the year. I have to look on the deed. I don't remember. Anyway, we got that done. And it looks like it's not too bad, just for a few limbs. I remember when I was driving, I always check it from this side, from the inside, and I don't remember too many. I'm always looking for stuff on the fence, not so much above it. Okay, my battery got low again. I'm gonna see if I may have to go home and recharge. Well, I'm getting farther. I can't hardly see the gate anymore. We went around this big curve, and I found another short overflow. It's an overflow for that creek there. Whenever it overflows, it flows through here. You can see a big ditch, or a little depression, where the water flows out, and it goes that way. And it goes out there in the lower spot, and then it goes back in over by my gate. Okay. And I'll have to cut that one flush with the ground. Cedar tree. At least I got to my pole with my yellow thingy on it. Yeah, this is where a wooden post is going to go. I'm probably going to put it right here. Right here. Right there next to the thing, and then I'll just tie the T-post to the wooden post for support. I can't brace it though. I won't be able to brace it like that because I need to drive here. So it'll just have to be what I could do. Here's what I could do. The post is going to be a little taller, about as tall as my chin. So yeah, so I might be able to tie a wire from there over to a tree. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll support it that way. Well, I'm going to have to go back to the house after I cut this cedar tree out because my battery's getting too low. I had my little power pack, and that usually charges it back up, but it must have been low or something because it only charged it up. The phone went down to 10% and the battery pack only charged it to 25, so I don't know what happened there. I might try it again. Cut that cedar down. There's a mess in there, but I'll get it later. I'm going to the house. I could do the rest anyway. This is harder than digging a hole for a post. I wish I washed my arms and legs too. Anyway, that's a cedar. I cut it down. I cut the top. Cut all the limbs off first, and then most of them were dead on the bottom. And then I cut the top off. Then I cut that little stick off. Before I go, I'm going to go ahead and cut this one down, and a couple of those there. The stuff over there, I'm going to do it when I come back. I'll still be in the shade, so it's all right. Okay, let's go. Oh boy, wait a minute. I can't go that way. Wait a minute. I can't go that way until it's clean, so I gotta turn around. Oh, I can turn around right here. Yeah, I'll turn around right here. I'll pull up, back into that hole, or I got a couple other holes I could back into. Yeah, I'm not backing all the way. Okay, I'll do that. I'll turn around here and I'll go back through that same gate. Well, I was able to turn around and I'm ready to go out. I'm gonna do this. I'm up on the high side right now because I need to make a wide turn. I'm gonna come up to the high side and go down and then through. And I'll be back later. Oh, hitting that big dip with them front wheels it's hard to get out of, but I made it. Getting out of that, getting the rear rolls out is no problem, but when I first put those front wheels in that ditch there, I had a hard time getting out of that, getting the front wheels to go up the hill again. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'll turn the fence back on as I leave over there, and then I'll come back later. Well, I got it cleaned all the way to almost to where the fence turns to the left. Almost, not quite. I'm not quite halfway yet, but I'm getting there. Okay, gotta go home and charge my phone battery and my backup power pack. Well, they're cooling off in here because this still has shade. Yes, the creek don't. And a bunch of them are huddled up over there under that shade tree. There's the bull on the right, and a few others under that shade tree. That's right over those logs. They're stepping right over the top of those logs. And a couple other ones are over here. One of them's eating salt. One's eating salt block. The other one is just trying to eat, I guess. I'm gonna walk up there. These two are just cooling off. Don't pollute this one. Oh, you still got the other pond up on top. Who we got up here? Oh, they're all up here. There's the bully. Oh, he's rubbing on that stump. And there's some more over there. Yeah, there's 3 of them over there, laying down. One, yeah, they're laying down. The one in the white one is standing up, I think, in the back. It's in a low spot. Look at that bully. He's scratching his neck on that stump, I think. They go where the shade is. And there's little bully laying down. I didn't even see him. That's the little bully. Okay, I'm ready to go home. Rest up and charge batteries. There's the same cows. The scene from my bridge. Okay, that's all for today.